Woo!
Now, where did, let's see. Channel. Come on. There we go. Notice I'm doing something. Tweet.
Notice me! No! Copy the link, do my job.
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome. That's what that That's what that clicking was. Ugh. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Because it's Friday, and Friday means Dice Sesh recording night,
Whoop whoop!
I figured, what better way to get myself into the tabletop mood than drawing one of my favorite D&D characters, and the first, and somewhat ironically, the first one I ever got to level 20.
Whoop whoop!
So, for context, for a lot of the stories I'm about to describe, she was from 3.5. And 3.5 had a lot of things going on with it. Namely, in my mind, way too much freaking algebra.
Algebraic!
As you can see, I have everyone's favorite Chaos Goblin.
Oh, Rep's here?
I meant you.
Oh, that makes more sense.
So this here is my... I'm not gonna lie, she is very much my favorite. In terms of D&D characters I've played. At least not for... Oh, God. Okay, so the only
That doesn't exist.
Yeah. We joke a lot about 4th edition not actually existing, like it's, Yeah, we joke a lot about 4th ed not existing, but, just saying this now, the only reason I'd stop somebody from burning a copy of it is because I don't know what the chemicals in the pages would do to the environment.
Also, you shouldn't burn books no matter what.
Yeah. No matter how bad they are, just don't.
We can recycle that paper into something better, don't burn a book.
Yeah. So, Leah. Yes, I gave my character a nice short normal people elf name. It is actually a elven word. It roughly translates to silver.
You do not have to explain the elvishness of your elf.
I know, but it's just she's an elf, but she has like a human-ish sounding name. Good morning, Mumsy.
Hey there, buddy.
But anyway, so Leah was, and still is, a high elven wizard. Technically... Yeah, I know. I was just joking about it. Good God.
Everybody stop giving Susan shit. That's my job.
Anyway.
I'm damn good at it too.
Yep. Time to. Good luck, Mumsy. Don't die. So anyway, what?
I just looked back at the chat to see what you were reacting to since you didn't say the whole thing. You just had said, Panda, don't die. And I'm like, what is he doing? Oh!
Yeah, don't die. We need Spyro tonight. Yeah, so Leia is and was a high elven wizard with a specialty in abjuration magic. Or evocation, whichever one is the I blow shit up spell class.
Evocation. Evocation.
Yeah, thank you. I always get them confused.
Here's a way to remember evocation. You're evoking someone to shit their pants.
Fair enough. Now, to give you a mental image of Leia, I want you to imagine a little tiny elf, like 4.5 feet tall, long dark hair and big green eyes. Like she looked like a little doll.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, very, very good natured, very patient, which she needed. Because she was in a party of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Her party mates were a cleric who was only still the f alive because his god really liked him, and a human paladin who I now feel fully comfortable calling a himbo. She was the brains of the outfit and also kind of the corraller of the nonsense.
You two, stop that shit. Come over here.
Don't eat the lids. An hour later,
Don't.
why is my stomach upset? Because you ate the brightly colored golf lizard.
Because you drank lead paint.
No, he wasn't that bad. So she, a little bit like Ava, only without the military experience and the sense of oh god, why am I working with you people? Ava works with the Dicesh crew because she agreed to keep an eye on them while they were in Akros, and things escalated wildly out of what she could have possibly predicted. Remember Joe Cat's craft, Cat's song to spells. I can bear. There are mornings. I appreciate the sentiment, Dragon, but there are some mornings where I can't remember what I had for breakfast. Let alone an entire song about the different schools of magic in D&D. Anyway, so Leah was very much the sort where it's yeah. She learned wizardcraft from her mother. And her mother actually ran a school for young magic users.
Aw. The family's got a tradition of blowing shit the fuck up. Beautiful.
Yeah. Her mom was more the scry, oh look, there's a threat to something I care about. Portal. Fireball through the portal. Close portal. Back to what she was doing.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because when you're that high level,
When you're that high level of a wizard, you don't have much of a reason to leave your house. Now,
oops,
what?
somebody's here to yell at me.
Ah, you shall return. Yeah. So,
Okay, I'm back.
hello. Yeah.
Sorry, Maddie
So,
came up and yelled at me because I'm a bad person.
what did you do?
Absolutely nothing.
Ah, so she was just being chaos.
No, she just wants to borrow the car.
Ah,
I'm making it sound worse than what it is.
yep. Sounds about right.
Yep.
Or you what? Ah, uh, uh. I've heard Goblet Slayer's a nice anime, but it gives me the willies, so no thank you.
Uh, okay, so the first episode is fucked.
But after that, it's fairly normal.
After they show you the most extreme thing and then kind of chill out from there. They never fully chill out. Shit's still weird.
But
They do not show what they show in the first episode.
I still wonder how the animation studio got away with that. Yes, I know it's Japan, they have a different rating system, but still.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm fairly certain the creator 100% did it for the shock factor. Like I can't know 100% what's going on in that guy's brain. I'm not psychic.
But you can
But
make an educated guess.
everything about it just says I'm not he's doing it for a purpose and the purpose is not just let's show this.
Yeah, the purpose is let's show how badly this can get how bad this can get for an ill-prepared party.
Yeah, and if you watch the abridged, which is what Dragon Rider's saying about
Yeah.
um the abridged series really does fame. The abridged series really does frame it as an unprepared D&D party.
Where things proceed. Sorceress, that is conjuration magic. I am an evocation mage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, despite Leah specializing in evocation, she did do a couple conjuration spells when thematically appropriate.
Well, that's D&D wizards.
Yeah. At least it's not three trolls. I know the context behind that, and that is just a DM being a sadist.
Mhm. Um D&D wizards, when you specialize in a school, that just means that school comes easier to you. It doesn't lock you out of the other schools.
Right. But yeah, so in fact, so Leah was kind of the so I know the phrase DMPC gets a lot of I'm going to use blunt language, it gets a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're working with a very small group, which Leah's group was, they can be really good for filling out what the party needs.
Very true.
He survived the shave, but his face feels weird now.
It usually does after a shave.
My husband looks 12 after he's shaved.
I know. I know.
I love him. I love him dearly, and that never changes, but
It's just a sight, isn't it?
yeah. But anyway. So, yeah, in fact, Leah's big sort of like so one of the plot elements in the campaign was that there were, I'm not going to say like basically there was the party was a three-man team of paladin, cleric, and wizard.
Front line, middle guard. Yo, way in the fucking back.
Yeah. Didn't help that everybody else in the party was over 6 feet tall.
Protect the squishling at all costs.
Yeah, it's just, I was told there were 3 of you down here. Oh.
You're short for an elf.
4'6" is the average height for an elf.
I'm sorry, when I picture elves, I picture like Dragon Age elves where they're a little taller than humans.
Keeping us small. The thing is, Leah didn't actually have any like weird complexes about her height. Now,
Angry because small.
Now-
Want to be tall.
now to make it extra comedy, my husband, who was in this campaign, although we weren't married yet, was also playing an elf, but he hadn't fully read the morphology section that goes into average heights for an elf. And went, "Can I make him tall?" And I went, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Okay. So we had.
Fuck it, he's a wood elf. He's taller. Fuck it.
Yeah, so we had 6'4" human, 6'4" elf, 4'6" elf.
I have a question.
Yes.
How close to that is it to your just regular heights?
6'4" is about dead on for my husband.
And how tall's Matt?
I don't know, somewhere around that range.
And you are, Susan?
5'3".
So about 4'4". Okay. They're equivalently the same.
You're a little taller than. You're still taller than my wife and Cat. Isn't Cat like 4'11"?
Yeah.
Hi, Gid. Bye, Gid.
Why do you think she has bad blood pressure? There's nowhere for it to fucking go.
Also, I've seen how easy it is to get her amped up. Oh boy.
Yeah, there's nowhere for it to fucking go. Don't tell her I said that.
It's on a stream.
She'll never watch this.
Fair. But anyway. So, one of the things I decided to have the party do, because I thought it would be interesting, was have them face as kind of mini bosses
Uh
before the
huh.
big bad evil guy. Um, Entities who were the same class and class level as them, but had taken some very different choices in life.
Okie doke.
I also included a character who had it out for the paladin in particular, although due to some very bad dice rolls, he was not taken seriously.
Yeah.
Mumsy, maybe don't?
Maybe don't what?
Check the stream chat. That's just a maybe don't.
That's how easy it is to provoke Cat, though.
Good to know. I'm probably never going to do that.
Then she goes to the doctors and wonders why she has bad blood pressure. Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, so she um pretty much, yeah. She did kind of trade height for intellect and casting prowess. What?
I may be 2 inches from the small size category, but trust me, man, I can still fuck you up for 5 hours.
Some poor schmuck who underestimates her. Oh, really now? Several applications of Fireball later. Ow.
Like I said, 5 hours, bro. I can keep going.
Of course, that's just assuming that the rest of the party didn't also start causing trouble, because the party got very protective of Leah very quickly. Like, quicker than I expected.
Well, yeah, makes sense. Lava was probably crushing on you, and Matt exudes more big brother energy than I do. Like, I feel like the man has real life little sisters.
He might. I haven't asked. In my defense, it's just never really come up.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. So should I be concerned? What if all your if all the D&D characters we've ever ran met up for a drink, it would probably go chaos full real damn fast. And no, NK, you have no need to be concerned.
I was just saying someone had a lot of big brother energy.
But yeah, so now Leia might have been like the little sis of the party, but she still had her own moments of just absolute gremlin.
Oh, I bet.
For example, on one occasion she missed with a fireball spell and burnt a warehouse down.
Okay, 3.5 is really weird if you can miss with fireball.
Well, she was trying not to hit the barrels in the warehouse because the
Mm-hmm.
barrels were full of alchemist's fire.
Mm.
And all the party heard was this "Foosh!" Oops. Shortly followed by, "Why did you say oops? We might want to resolve this fight really, really quickly now. Why? I'm not gonna make you roll perception for this. The building's on fire!" They swiftly evacuated and made up a story to the town guard, who came calling a couple hours later.
The roof. The roof. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn.
Well, it was more just they saw that everything was on fire. They saw what was labeled on the barrels and they went, "We're leaving now." Boom. Do we tell anyone about this?
No.
No. Thank God the party by that point had semi-adopted a bard.
Yes, because she could lie for them.
Yeah, the the bard pulled a story out of her ass, and the guards just went, please don't do that again. That's all we ask."
What happens when you get in trouble with the law? Turn to the face character.
Yeah. That session also started yeah, the that campaign started a lot of inside jokes. For example, Matt playing characters that fluster very, very easily.
Yeah, he does.
Do you want to know how that started?
I feel like you've told me this story.
Well, did an Inquisitor die in the fire? No, but a shit ton of cultists did.
Oh, then it was a win.
Yeah, the guards were just coming to check on it because apparently it took a while to get the fire to stop being on. It took a while to get things to stop being on fire.
Well, look at the amount of accelerants that were in there.
Multiple barrels of alchemist's fire. And an evocation wizard running on adrenaline and trying not to flambe her friends. So, but yeah. So during the party's grand escapades, they had to go into a forest to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And and in the forest was a druid enclave.
Mm-hmm.
The enclave went, "Yeah, sure, we'll help you. Could you go talk to some of the local forest fae for us, see if they're doing okay?" I'm like, "Okay." The brief encounter they had with the dryad went pretty well. And as I'm describing the next fae on the list was a river nymph, and I'm checking the equipment section so I can describe her, and I go, oh no.
This bitch is naked.
Yeah, in the equipment, it said in 3.5 that all nymphs had for equipment was a belt for their dagger. Maybe.
They may have misplaced their dagger, and they need a new one.
Well, some of them aren't deep. Well, some of them don't even didn't even carry that because of an ability nymphs had in 3.5.
Hypno boobies.
Well, no, it was more like their charisma was so freaking high that if they that they had a special ability that they could activate where you either were blinded temporarily or dropped the dead.
Killer boobies.
So the
Oh
party
my god.
arrives at the river, and they see her. She's sitting down and back to, so they just
Mm-hmm.
see a woman with very very long hair just sitting by the river.
Okay.
They call out to her like, "Hey, could you help us out with something really quick?" And then she stands up and turns around.
Flash. Ha!
The paladin loses any and all brain cells he had.
Mm-hmm. As
The
you do when this shit happens.
the the cleric had a iron grip on his holy symbol and was only making eye contact.
Must maintain eye contact.
And the poor mage just kind of hid behind the others because at this point she was very much in the closet
Mm-hmm.
and did not. Yes, the paladin just like I think less than a year earlier in game, the paladin had gotten married.
My bonds are being tested.
I don't even think that was going through his head. Just derp.
Just immediately fails the charisma save.
Well, the nymph didn't have the beauty is having a special unnatural effect going, so any idiocy on their parts was entirely up to them.
Oh, beautiful.
And she's just being very talkative and friendly, just going like, "Hey, okay, sure, I'll help out, but you guys got to do this one thing for me first, real quick."
just just 100% used to the reactions. Just like, oh, we're doing this again. All right.
Now, the cleric had essential. Now, earlier I mentioned that the only reason the cleric was alive was because of his faith in his god. The man had like fantasy TB or something,
Okay.
and the priests at the temple he grew up in were never really able to fix it.
Okie doke.
And one of the things he'd always heard in stories about the Fae, especially ones of the wilderness, was that they could sometimes offer advice on such things. And yes, well, technically, Leah's more on the bi side, but preferred girls.
Okay, I gotta say something here because I know what happens.
What?
But don't kill me for this.
Oh god, here we go.
Oh boy, hold on. Leah's bisexual, leaning more towards gynosexual, that she prefers female presenting traits, but will not turn down werewolf dick.
Wrong character.
Oh, that's the wrong character?
Yes!
Damn it! You make too many lesbian characters, what the fuck?
Leah's the only one I've ever made that's been into girls!
Then, wait a second. Who was at the Druid Enclave? Where all the Druids were werewolf?
Not all of them, but there was a substantial population, and that was a halfling character I made who was romancing a male druid.
Okay. Wait, she was a halfling?
She was, but then she died and then got reincarnated into an elf.
Okay. I was gonna say, if she was in a halfling, well, there was werewolf shenanigans going on. Is that how she died?
No, she died doing something extremely stupid tied to her sorcerer bloodline.
Okay. I was about to have questions.
As I was saying,
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
I see this is the kind of gremlin hours I've signed up for today.
You grabbed me right as I woke up. I haven't even had a shower yet. What do you want from me?
What did Cora do to die? Well, so Cora was a dragon soul sorcerer. Basically, her bloodline was connected to a bronze dragon that watched over the place where her little halfling village was set up.
Oakley dokley.
Along the way, they discovered that the village she grew up in was razed to the ground.
Mm.
She understandably did not take this well.
I would assume she wouldn't.
Especially given how strongly halfling culture is tied to family and community.
Mm-hmm.
So, when they encountered the people responsible, I looked at the DM. And said,
Wait, this wasn't you DMing and a werewolf orgy happened?
Moving on! Moving on.
Who was DMing?
So, I asked the DM.
Please tell me it was lava.
Nope.
Was it Matt?
Yes.
I'm looking forward to Matt's games.
Anyway, so we meet the people we believe to be responsible. We later discovered they are not and are as confused as we are.
Okay.
It's one of those, the last person to hold their job description was the one that did it, and they made the grave mistake of introducing themselves by their job description. Now, we'd discovered earlier in the campaign that the dragon who started my character's draconic bloodline had passed away, and its soul went into my character because it slightly borked up the bind soul to the land so you will always be able to watch over it deal. Yeah, just slight up of the ritual.
Right.
And I went, can I overclock that bond to do something really stupid?
In theory.
The DM went, yeah, sure. So, long story short, the halfling overclocks her bond with the dragon and manages to temporarily turn into a young adult dragon of the appropriate color. Afterward, the DM goes, please roll a con save to see what that did to you. I rolled a nat 1.
That killed you.
Yup. It's like, we won! Halfling. Oh dear. Fortunately, our party's druid was of the spellcasting level where reincarnate was an option.
Yep.
Found the spell, did the correct found the spell, found the components, did the correct song dance. Tiny halfling came back as an elf, and then almost immediately they got attacked by a sub-villain and had to flee the area.
Beautiful. Look, the dragon's not here anymore. They must be weak. Ha!
Kill the person, immediately realizing that maybe attacking a still slightly emotionally fragile Circle of the Moon druid was a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Damn near killed the lady's lieutenant in drowning by water elemental.
Beautiful.
We all fled the area.
Wait, Lava was the moon druid, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Ah, beautiful.
So after the dust settled and some magic jiggery pokery was done, so my character had pants that fit. Because when you go from a halfling to a moon elf, there's some distinct changes in morphology.
Yeah.
So we have a slight problem. What's that?
Mm-hmm.
My clothes are meant for a size class small. I'm a size class medium. Oh.
These are now booty shorts.
Oh. Some magic later. Ah, thank you. But anyway, yeah. Now, I did not originally intend for the druids to gain the presentation that they do. It's just one of those, I kept rolling for when the party would show up, and it kept being on their holy days, so...
And of course, on the holy days, the druids fuck.
More often than that, but that's besides the point. I think I killed him.
Oh my god.
Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, no, I'm great. Keep going. Pop off.
But yeah, and the enclave they were using as a temporary jumping off point / base of operations was being run by an old character of mine
Okay.
They'd visited this enclave before because my character knew an NPC that was related to the personal quest of somebody else's character.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the Druid Circle? Was that Druid Circle anything like the Druids that saved Aslan?
Where do you think Lava got the inspiration?
I wasn't gonna say it, but what I'd originally intended with the
Who
Druids
was
was
Lava's original DM? Who's Lava's original DM, Susan?
me.
So where do you think he got his ideas from?
Me.
Exactly. Don't don't try to wiggle your way out of this one. You made the druids hornier than the fucking bard.
That wasn't my original intent, but here we are now.
Yes, here we are.
Yeah, but anyway, so everything. Yeah, so the party had visited this enclave before on their winter solstice party.
Mm-hmm.
And,
And what happened during the winter solstice, Susan?
well, we discovered that nobody in the party has any tolerance for druid booze, including our party's like Constitution High monk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then
So that made what happened. Good to know. But anyway, so the party. Excuse me. So the the Archdruidess, who was my old player character, kind of looked at, was getting ready to do the winter solstice, kind of the religious ceremony aspect of all this.
mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Ah, crap! My the person who I usually have as a partner during these has food poisoning. Oh, look, here's a druid vaguely near me in level. Get over here." Our party's druid.
Mm-hmm.
The ceremony was fairly normal.
Okay.
After the religious although the monk did ask, like, is this going to be one of those weird things where I have to, like, participate naked or something? And one of the other druids was just like, well, I mean, you can if you want to, but
It's not mandatory, but we won't say no.
that was pretty much what was said. And the monk just kind of went, you know what? I appreciate the sentiment, but I'll pass. You want to know the best bit?
Yeah,
We had a very stick in the mud knight traveling with us.
I love this.
For context, we'd rescued him from a dragon.
Okay, go on. Susan.exe has stopped functioning.
No, no, no. I'm still here. I'm still with you.
Yes, and I said go on.
Ah, okay. So now somebody had not warned this poor lad what druids get up to in their downtime. Or what people at druid parties get up to in their downtime. And because he hadn't mentioned needing it, somebody forgot to make it so he couldn't hear anything from outside his room.
Mm-hmm.
So the morning after the party, when we're collecting everybody back together for breakfast, the first thing the knight says to everyone is, "Good morning, sinners."
You heathens.
And my husband, without missing a beat, his character looks at the knight character and says, just off the cuff, "Good morning to you too, Loveless." And I'm just sitting there going, okay, that was a good one.
Anybody who says that lava can't be sassy has just never caught him in the right mood.
Yeah. And you know, I like that color.
Yeah, looks good.
Bucket tool ahoy! Yeah, none of us expected that one.
Yeah, lava can be sassy.
Yeah,
It it just needs it.
it just needs the
You
right
just need the
prompting.
proper setup.
Yeah. And there was another factor.
Oh, and what would
So,
this other factor be?
our monk wakes up very hungover.
Mm-hmm.
After getting a drink and just going, okay, I think I can function now.
Mm-hmm.
The our does that look good? Could stand to be a little bit pinker. There we go.
As
Yeah,
you were saying, Susan.
yeah. So the whole situation wasn't exactly helped by what exactly. So, we find that the monk finds the room the druid was staying in. Our party's
Mm-hmm.
druid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I don't actually remember. Let's see if I can remember this correctly. To make a long story extremely short, something very similar to what happened to Tauros happened.
Beautiful.
Permission to explain further.
Granted, go. Yeah, I love this.
I'm glad you enjoy me without a filter.
No, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Tell your filter to fuck off more often.
Yeah. There was, I think, two other elves,
Mm-hmm.
a tiefling,
Mm. Grab him by the
and
horns.
And I think. Yes, there was a couple halflings in there, I think, as well.
Hi ho.
Bonus funny bit.
Yeah.
One of them was my character. Before she reincarnated.
No, the werewolves are later.
Yeah. I believe somebody in the party, the monk, I think, actually asked about it. Like, houmst the fuck. And this time it was my turn because without missing a beat, well, in story without missing a beat, I had to think about it for a little bit out of character. Out of character, she just kind of, the halfling just kind of looked at her and said, "Patience was the only virtue present last night." Are you okay in there?
No.
Thought I'd ask. Think I killed him. Felix, are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Just give me a minute.
Okay. Just checking because
Patience was the only virtue present last night. Jesus Christ.
and of course, right after she said that, the night turned up.
Oh, oh, sweet Christ.
If you are, Mumsy, I'm pretty sure the rest of us are going with you.
Yep. Oh.
It was just quietly decided among the party that they just wouldn't talk about it.
Why not?
Well,
That's a night to be. That's a night to talk about.
well, the druid they had decided to talk to was okay. So, did Leah get attracted to a female villain? No, no, she had fairly good taste. I mean, if you ask the party, they'd probably be like, "Yeah, no," but that was because the party was feeling their protective big brotherness and her romance op, and she decided to romance the bard.
Oh, my brain needs to grab its filter right quick.
You just almost said something you'd regret, didn't you?
Oh, fuck yeah.
How bad is it? Write it down if you don't feel comfortable saying.
No, no, I'll say it. We've said some shit this stream. She decided to romance the bard because she knew at least the bard would know her way around a woman.
To make it better, the bard was a girl.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Yep. Granted, the party didn't know the bard was a girl at the time. Elven androgyny.
Woohoo.
The paladin, to his credit, upon the reveal, went, "Okay, now I feel weird about threatening you."
It's only because you don't have any good
Because
threats
again,
for a woman.
because again, bit of a himbo.
Yeah. You only feel bad about doing it because you don't have any good threats for a woman. You kept threatening to cut my balls off. That ain't gonna work, Chief.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. The The so our monk character was on a long-standing quest to track down their dad.
Hmm.
The druid they were talking to, and the one whose enclave they stayed at, was their father's old adventuring buddy.
Okay. With you so far.
Their dad, the monk's dad, was a paladin
Mm-hmm.
and was also a bit of a stick in the mud.
Of course.
So it's like, we don't tell my dad about this. Why? Because my dad would probably freak. Us. Okay, yeah, probably. Those of us who remembered the character, no, not really, but I guess the paladin was not bad, just
Right.
not as stick in the mud as the monk thinks of him.
He was he wasn't rolling around in every bed he could find, but ooh boy did he not turn it down.
Uh, I didn't ask what he got up to with what the character got up to with their girlfriend. So, eh,
Yeah.
yeah. So the party eventually manages to track his ass down. And nice, touching, happy family reunion. And it's like, we'd be doing this a bit longer, but plot needs to happen. Cue us damn near dying.
Why though?
Hey, just be lucky. Hey, just be thankful I haven't found an excuse for you guys to go into an enclave for the campaign I'm running.
I Oh no, Zara would kill me.
Yeah, that's kind of why I haven't done it.
Yeah, I mean past that, Glint would be down.
Glint would be fine with it. Sasha would have no idea what's going on. Darian would die inside.
I don't know about Azara.
Zara, it's a 50-50 split.
Depends depends on how Lava was feeling that day.
Yeah. Or, realized how Spyro's list would just be his wife.
Exactly. For a satyr, that is sheltered and shy.
Then you have Takis, where it's just, we don't ask.
We don't talk about Takis. No, no, no. Not a word
Probably
about Takis.
because if we ask, he'll probably just revert into a depression vegetable. Because the only strong romantic late relationships he has that we know about were with Cleo, who is
Dead.
yeah, not among the living anymore. And we have Lycos, a druid fish woman.
You can just say Triton. You don't have to say fish woman.
Fair enough, fair enough. The thing is, Triton.
No, say what you need to say. Come on.
I'm good, but thank you.
No, come on. We've said worse. Say the thing about Triton.
Well, I can see people very easily getting confused about what a Triton is
Mm-hmm.
if they're not familiar with D&D very well. If they're not really familiar with D&D, because Tritons are one of the more sort of obscure races.
That's very true.
So that's why I feel the need to clarify that Tritons are, in Theros at least, fish people.
Okay.
I know for us, I know for you and me, because we're in the Dice Sesh podcast, it's already happened. But I
Mm-hmm.
cannot wait to see what happens well, if Priam asks why exactly the party was in Melitus.
Oh, I just wonder if someone will run their big fat mouth.
Anyway, has any other character gotten a hurt me moment yet? Well, we might
You'll just
be.
have to watch and find out.
Yeah, you might. You're gonna have to watch and find out, but I think we are gearing up for one. Because we're going into Phobos, and Phobos is a very dark, disturbing place.
So disturbing, there might be content warnings on the goddamn episodes.
Oh, there's gonna be. I remember the husband talking to you guys about it. Did Spyro or Tauros tell him about Menelaus? I can't say. The episode's not out yet.
What? Toros? Nah, he's a good guy. He would never blab. Somebody else?
To be
Not
f-
pointing fingers or naming names.
to be fair to whoever it ends up being, Ava never told the party to keep it a secret.
Oh no, 100%.
Yeah, she never mentioned that it was something that they needed to keep hidden. So communications breakdown occurred. No way, what never I went. But yeah, pleading the fifth makes your character the face. Well, yes, but anywho, moving along. So back,
Also, Mumsy, you're British. You don't have the Fifth Amendment.
there's probably something similar.
I mean, probably, but
Anyway, so as I was saying, so back to the subject I'm drawing at the moment.
oh wow, we really did just pivot hard.
Yeah, just anyway, I was nowhere near the camera. Wait, what? Mumsy, just stop digging,
Stop while you're ahead.
please.
Have a
Any
shovel.
anyway, so Leah. So one of the things I had, yeah, and when Leah was facing the wizard who she could have been had she taken different choices in her life,
Mm-hmm.
she actually pulled off her first successful summoning.
Dope.
Spyro told him, didn't he? I ain't saying.
We will not confirm.
Nor deny.
But Susan, as you were saying.
Yes, so in that fight, Leah actually pulled off her first successful summoning, and it was actually
Mm-hmm.
really thematically cool. Yeah, in 3.5, wizards could summon pretty much anything. Her opponent, a wizard who pursued power over personal ethics, did not like this development, did
Mm-hmm.
not appreciate this development, and was just in general not happy.
Especially since the summon was a knight like Weiss's.
No, actually, she managed to summon a coatl.
Ah, even better.
For context, we were very high level by this point.
Oh, my first summon, a celestial snake.
Well, she'd been able to cast summoning magic for quite a while, she just never got around to doing it. And just decided, if not today, then when? Excuse me.
Hi, welcome to your first summon. Hi, welcome to your first summon, emissary of the gods. Anybody?
Well, the party's cleric had done other summonings before.
God snake. God snake.
Well, what he mostly did, and actually, all he really. Well, he summoned a bunch of things. Ask my husband about the celestial badgers and listen to the stories.
I've heard. You've brought that up before.
You have heard the tales of the celestial dire badger.
Mm-hmm.
And its little horde of younglings. Yeah, when the party wizard decides to stop playing around. Yeah, there was a slight comedy bit where the So our cleric summoned a Brillani at one point, a type of a creature a creature statted Eladrin. I know. Technically, it's pronounced Eladrin, but I don't care.
Like the different pronunciations of Arceus. Say it however you want.
Yeah. So wizard. Yeah, high level wizard. Go around and find out.
No, it's more like high level wizard. Super Vegeta versus semi perfect Cell. I'm gonna give you one free hit, but if you waste it, ha! You're gonna regret it.
Well, that was a mistake.
Huh. Mistakes were made.
That's the legal system. I said, yeah, makes me more excited for the app. Good. Good. We will share it with you all when it comes out. So yeah, yeah. The cleric had summoned a Brillani for as a sparring partner for the party. The Brillani was summoned in, had why he was summoned explained to him, and was perfectly fine with it.
Okay.
Then the Brillani spotted our lovely little tiny mage here.
Oh boy.
And the best way I can explain it is the Brillani caught a crush.
Oh god.
And Leo and poor Leo was just like, I'm really sorry. I'm not into men. The Brillani
Also,
thought about it for a minute and then proceeded to turn into a female version of itself.
Leah's just like, well, I gotta admire your tenacity.
Yeah, I think that was actually what she said. And comedically enough, that incident was when the rest of the party found out she was into girls. And our cleric went and the paladin went, "Hey, wait a minute. I thought you were dating the bard." The bard just innocent whistling. Just sorry, I don't know if it's loud enough for the mic to pick up.
It picked up 2 notes.
Yeah, just quiet, just the little like, I've done nothing wrong here. Party looks at the cleric. No, sorry, brain. This is what happens when I'm not fully awake yet. How did you find out? Someone got me. And they're like, hey, wait a... And the party seriously kind of went, hey, wait a minute. Leia, if you're into women, then why are you dating the bard? Awkward silence. Oh. Our paladin. It feels weird saying it, Bard, but my threats still stand. And after events of the campaign settled down, i.e., the party dealt with the threat and everything ended up just fine, Leah and the bard, whose name is always abbreviated to Kel, actually ended up getting married.
Oh.
Mostly to appease their human friend. Because due to how long elves live, like, marriage isn't as much a thing. I was like, well, it makes our human friend happy, so why not?
Right, when you live for centuries, there's a good chance you'll fall out of love with each other sooner or later.
Yeah, basically what they do is we're married on paper.
That's why a lot of elves are poly.
Yeah, they just haven't. They didn't talk to their human friend about it because explaining that they were lesbians was hard enough.
Now, there is nothing saying two elves can't fall in love and stay that way.
Yeah, there is nothing saying that. If you want elves that pair bond for life and all that other sappy romantic goodness, go right ahead. And no, I have no intentions for them to shuffle off their mortal coils as part of somebody's backstory. I hate it when stories do that. Like, they take this character. How many episodes until that episode? Uh.
Should be the next one or the one
Yeah, it should be
or
either
the one
the.
after.
Yeah, the next episode or the episode after, I think. I think. I think they mean the episode of Dicesh
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
I was helping Mumsy.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Don't
I
worry
didn't see
about it.
Mumsy's comment right away.
It's okay. But yeah,
You
like,
get them faster than me.
basically every elf, like every person, is unique. And as a result, their choices in life shouldn't really be influenced by what is typical for their species, but instead what makes the most sense for them. Basically, what I'm saying is do what makes. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is have your character do what makes them happy. Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay.
And next, Mumsy. Mumsy, why?
Oh, good lord.
But yeah. Um Needless to say, short of Ava, Leah is definitely my favorite character I've ever played in terms of D&D, mostly because of just how much sheer good, clean, stupid fun I got to have while playing her.
Oh, that's good.
And I honestly cannot wait to see what comes of the other D&D characters I make.
I'm glad you got to share her stories with us today.
As disjointed and chaotic as they were.
Oh well. Who doesn't love a good amount of chaos in the morning? My favorite character is Corsic.
You
Mumsy, to answer your question.
you may have to explain who Corsic is for the people who don't.
I'll do that in stream.
Yeah, another topic for another day.
Yeah, you can draw Corsic.
Yeah.
My lightning boy.
With deep, desperate need for psychological counseling.
I'm sorry, I just saw that happen. That moment when it's not connected to the bottom of the dress.
Ah, no, bad. Nice surviving tabletop RPG characters met up for a drink. The thing is, I have, knock wood, I have yet to have a character actually experience permadeath.
Yes, you have.
Huh?
Yes, you have.
What?
You've had a character experience permadeath.
Which one?
My little sister.
You and I both headcanoned that once everything resolved itself, he found a way to bring her back. So that doesn't count.
Oh, that's where we're going with that? Alright.
Yeah.
It never got fixed in campaign, but so long as we say that it would eventually one day.
Yeah, because given all that you've told me about that character, there is no way he would not have moved heaven and earth to get her to bring her back from the dead.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, of all of my surviving tabletop RPG characters, from all the games I've ever played, met up for a drink, that would definitely be rather entertaining because some of the games I've played haven't been in D&D.
The fucking Pathfinder character starts showing up. Hey, what's all this then?
I've played in Pathfinder, I've played in Exalted, I've played in multiple iterations of White Wolf products. And then there's also Minerva, who is one of 3 people in the party who can read. Well, technically 2 because one of them is restricted to Braille. Yeah, just there's my characters for yeah, all of the characters I've ever played. Meeting up for a drink would definitely be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a yeah, especially my exalted character, but she was just I'd accidentally munchkined her a little bit.
Oh.
Munchkinning is a tabletop term for when you
No, I
actually.
understand.
Yeah, I'm explaining for the people who don't know what munchkinning is.
Oh, okay.
Munchkinning is a tabletop term used for somebody who it's the natural progression to some degree of a min-maxer if they have no other pre-existing tendencies.
Hmm.
Basically, munchkins will make decisions for their character in terms of character building and item attainment towards the sole goal of becoming as overpowered as hell. And in the tabletop game Exalted, it's easy as to munchkin without meaning to.
Mm-hmm.
So my character in that campaign was named Chandra, and she was a lunar exalt, which basically meant she was a shapeshifter.
Okay.
Her preferred for every lunar exalt had a true had a sort of baseline animal form they preferred. That was kind of like their innate one. And hers was a white tiger because I thought that seemed cool.
Okay.
Along the course of the campaign, she learned a fighting style basically it was a high power fantasy ripoff of tiger style martial arts.
Oakley dokley.
And she also learned an ability that would let her take a very sort of werewolfish form.
Beautiful.
So when people came who tried to hurt the party, um, it got really, really messy really, really fast.
Oh, I can only believe.
Our party's medic was just kind of looking at the carnage going, so, I can't fix that. What do you mean you can't fix that? That. Whatever she's doing right now, I can't fix that.
She's eating a person.
No. She didn't escalate that far.
Oh, good. She has limits.
Yeah, but she did very severely injure a person. Basically, the style had an attack that was supposedly based off of a tiger's pouncing capability.
Mm-hmm.
and and my character had taken on her hybrid form, which was basically it's a Evelyn. Yes, yeah, pretty much. That's the degree of mess we were looking at there. And the people who were hunting us were people who specialized in hunting Exalted, and they said explicitly to one of their trainees who went, "Why don't we just kill her? Be very careful be extremely careful right now. In this state, she could take on a small army and win." Because Exalteds are fucking stupid.
Yep.
Exalted was a very very broken system, but it's still fun. And I hope to God we get to play it again. I get to play it again someday because, man, was it fun! Anyway, I can't think of anything else to do with this character. Thank you all very much for stopping by, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now!
Toodles!